Welcome to Grade 8. Today I'll be taking your English class, English Lesson 1, Literature, Poem, that is The Ant and the Cricket. The Ant and the Cricket. This poem is adopted by Aesop's Fables. Aesop was a very famous Greek storyteller who wrote lot of children's stories or who wrote fables, and his entire collection of fables is very famously known as Aesop's Fables. Introduction. This is a fable that conveys a moral. It revolves around the universal idea of the importance of hard work. This poem is written in a conversational tone. Conversation is a talk between two or more people. In this poem, there are two characters, Ant and the Cricket, and they both are in a conversation. Fable. What is a fable? A fable is a traditional story that teaches us a moral lesson. Moral lesson means stories from which we learn something. Stories which contain some lifelong lessons useful and beneficial for all human beings. Usually the characters in fables are animals. This poem also teaches us a very important moral lesson of being industrious like an ant. Industrious means to be hardworking. It also teaches us that we should not be lazy like the cricket. Now we will move on to the poem which is based on the story. A silly young cricket, accustomed to sing through the warm, sunny months of gay summer and spring, began to complain when he found that at home his cupboard was empty and what winter was come. Silly. Silly means foolish. Accustomed. Accustomed means habit or used to. Gay means happy. So, a silly cricket, silly young cricket, throughout the warm, sunny months, bright summer and spring, but now he started giving complaints because at home when he saw his cupboard, he found empty. Nothing is there and winter has arrived and nothing to eat. So the silly cricket used to sing the whole warm and sunny months, spring months. Not a crumb to be found. Crumb means piece of bread or else piece of food. On the snow-covered ground. Not a flower could he see. Not a leaf on a tree. So now he is saying that not a single piece of bread is available and everywhere it is covered with snow. Not a flower could he see means he cannot even see a flower or he cannot even see a leaf on a tree. It means winter has arrived. Now in the third stanza, oh, what will become, says the cricket, of me. So now the cricket thinks that I did not save anything to eat. What is going to happen to me now? He was very much anxious and wonder of thinking. At last, by starvation and famine made bold, all dripping with wet and all trembling with cold, away he set off to a miserly ant to see if to keep him alive he would grant. Starvation and famine, both are the similar words. Meaning is hunger. Very hungry, die from hunger. And trembling means shivering or else shaking. So starvation and famine made him bold and made him helpless to ask something to eat. Now it is very cold and the cricket went to miserly ant. So he went to Mr. Ant and to see that whether the ant will give him anything to eat to survive in this cold. Him shelter from rain and a mouthful of grain. He wished only to borrow. He would repay it tomorrow. If not, he must die of starvation and sorrow. So the cricket tells like ant would grant him, give him shelter from rain which is pouring, and mouthful of grain means get full of food. And cricket was thinking of to borrow. So he was thinking of to borrow from ant and would repay tomorrow. So the cricket thought of that if the ant will help him, then definitely he would repay it tomorrow. Then the ant, if ant will in need, then definitely cricket will help him. If not, if ant will not help, then definitely he may die of starvation and sorrow. So because of the hunger, and the cricket was very sad. He was thinking that maybe he will die. He was thinking that if ant won't give him food or he won't go to ask, then definitely he will die because of starvation and sorrow. Next page of the poem. See here the picture, you can see the ant is very hardworking and collecting the food, but here the cricket is just singing and playing music. So the next page of the poem. Says the ant to the cricket, I am your servant and friend. But we ants never borrow, we ants never lend. So when cricket goes to ant to ask food, then ant says like, I am your servant and friend. But we ants never borrow or lend from anybody. But tell me, dear cricket, did you lay nothing by? Lay nothing by means it is a phrase. It means save nothing. Didn't you save anything for the winter? When the weather was warm, the sunny months, warm months, it was gay, summer and spring, you did not save any food for you. Quoth the cricket. Quoth means said. Said is generally used in Old English in stories. Quoth the cricket, not I. So what the cricket said? No, I did not save anything to eat in cold. My heart was so light. Here light. Light means not opposite of heavy, but happy. My heart was so light that I sang day and night, for all nature looked gay. Then he says like, weather was so good and I used to sing day and night, because the weather and nature was so nice and nature looked so happy during summer and spring. So cricket kept appreciating the nature, but he did not think about the difficult times that are about to come. You sang, sir, you say. The ant said that yes. So the whole summer and spring months you kept on singing and dancing, sir. You are saying. Go then, says the ant, and dance the winter away. Then ant told and said angrily, go out and dance and let the winter away and find some food for you. Last stanza. Thus ending means here the conversation ended abruptly. He hazily lifted the wicket. Hazily means quickly. Lifted the wicket. Wicket means wings of cricket. And out of the door turned the poor little cricket. So now in the ending, the cricket hazily quickly worried and lifts the wicket and went out of the door. Cricket was very much worried and the poor cricket left ant's house. So though this is a fable, the moral is good. So you should learn with this moral. If you live, what is the moral? If you live without work, you must live without food. So if you are not ready to work today, then you must learn how to live without food. Children, in your cases, what is your work right now? You are supposed to study. If you don't study today, then you should learn to live with less marks tomorrow. You should learn to live without job tomorrow. If you don't put your efforts today, if you don't prepare, then you will face a lacking in the future. Themes. Theme of the poem. Importance of preparation. When we are young, we must spend our time working and planning for the future. Those who do not plan in advance never can get the work done in time. So those who do not plan in advance, their work is unordered. Their work is not tidy at all. Just like during your exams, you revise a month before. You don't live just everything of the last day. So the cricket enjoyed the sunny moments, the summer and spring, and did not think of the cold and difficult moments of winter. If you ignore something like this, then you will face such difficult problems. The ant was occupied. Occupied means busy. The ant was busy all through the summer and spring, collecting food for the winter and storing it safely. The next theme is work before play, or striking a balance. It is important to be fully prepared for the future. Start working today to make your tomorrow better. One should know one's priorities. You should value work before play. Everything in life is important, but it is important to strike a balance between work and play to make your life better. Conclusion. The ant. Here there are two characters. One is the ant and the other one is the cricket. The ant represents the people who are wise and bold, who can face all kinds of situations with determination. They are strong and powerful and good planners. Whereas the cricket represents the people who live in the moment. These people do not think about the future and therefore they pay the price of their ignorance. They are not sincere and are only interested in merrymaking and enjoyment. So, to get a successful person in future, then you must work hard. You must put your effort. You must work sincerely. Then definitely you will achieve your goal. Now, figure of speech are used in this poem are personification and metaphor. Personification, when human characteristics are given to animals or non-living things, it is called personification. The ant and the cricket are personified as humans, as they are talking and thinking like humans. Metaphor. Metaphor means it is the comparison of two things. In the last line, some crickets have 4 legs and some have 2. So the poet here compares lazy and careless people with the cricket. Thank you, children.